Hey everybody, welcome to our day 2 of our online Super Kids Summer Camp. I'm Jeanette Pasco and I'm with Northern Utah Pediatrics and Families of Super Kids, and we wanted to do this special series for our Super Kids to have a last fun little bash before school starts and to keep everybody engaged and having a great time. So we will start with a book called Mr. Brown Can Moo, Can You? And this is one of my kids' favorite books, even my 16-year-old. It has a lot of really great rhymes in it, so see if you can follow along. This is by Dr. Seuss. Oh, the wonderful sounds Mr. Brown can do. He can sound like a cow. He can go moo, moo. See if you can make the sounds with me. He can sound like a bee. Mr. Brown can buzz. How about you? Can you go buzz, buzz? He can sound like a cork. He can go pop, 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 pop. He can sound like horse feet. Clop, clop, clop. Oh, my pages are sticking together. He can sound like a rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. He can sound like an owl. Hoo, 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 hoo. Mr. Brown can do it. How about you? He can sound like the rain. Dibble, 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 dop. Dibble, 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 dibble. Dop, dop, dop. Ooh. He can sound like a clock. He can tick, he can talk. He can sound like a hand on a door. Knock, knock. Oh, this is a very loved book. It's old. Here we go. Boom, 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 Mr. Brown is a wonder. Boom, 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 Mr. Brown makes thunder. He makes lightning, splat, splat, splat. And it's very, very hard to make a noise like that. Mr. Brown can whisper, whisper, very soft, very high, like the soft, soft whisper of a butterfly. Maybe you can too. I think you ought to try. Oh, the wonderful sounds Mr. Brown can do. Why don't you try to do them too? Turn the page and let's review. Moo, moo, buzz, buzz, pop, pop, clop. Cock-a-doodle-doo, hoo-hoo, dibble-dibble-dop, tick-tock, knock, knock, boom, boom, splat. Last, a whisper, whisper. And that is that. The end. Okay, you guys, today we are going to do a very special science experiment. And I want to introduce you to, yesterday we introduced everybody, but we'll do it every day just because you may be joining us for the first time. So this is Anna. Anna is 19 years old. She loves, what do you love, Anna? You tell me? She's using her computer to talk. And Anna, she really loves things that have textures, which is why she's playing with her little silicone fishy toy. And she loves boys and shopping and going to Fizz to get Diet Cokes. So Anna has epilepsy, she's nonverbal, and we just try to find a lot of really engaging things to do with her that she can do that keep her engaged and involved in our family. And this is Rosie, and Rosie is 6. And Ella, will you come on, pop over? Behind the camera is Claire.
Hey.
You'll see her in a minute. This is Ella. Come on over to your spot. Are you going to be helping Anna today?
Yeah.
So Ella is going to do the science experiment. So I will turn the experiment over to her, and she'll explain what we're going to be doing. So make sure that you have all your supplies, and she'll go over that.
Okay. So right now all we need is a plastic bag, some Sharpie markers to draw on our bag. If you want to add any decorations like pom-poms or something, you can you need glue, and we have some little gems right here too. First we are going to get one of our markers, and we're going to start by drawing like a few clouds on the top.
Will it work with like a different color than
Yeah,
that?
you can use any color you
Use
want.
any color you want. Okay.
And a sun in the corner.
Okay, Anna, let's try to do this. So decorate your bags with, usually Sharpie markers won't rub off, and you can glue gems or pom-poms or anything you want to decorate them.
And then
Draw some
draw raindrops down. So that it will look a little bit like this, I guess.
That looks good, Ella.
Thanks. And then we're gonna draw waves for the water.
You guys can use whatever glue that you have. You probably have an Elmer's glue bottle, but we are going to just pour ours in here because we have a giant bottle, and we'll use some paint brushes to glue on our pom-poms.
Can I?
Yeah, one second. And then we're gonna draw steam up to the sun. So that would make a full water cycle. Okay,
That, put it on.
and then we can get some other colored Sharpies and make it colorful, I guess.
So tell us, Ella, why this ends up being a water cycle in the bag.
So when we tape it onto the window and it gets steamy and condenses, and then it starts to drip down back into the body of water.
So the sun heats it up, right? There you go, sweetheart. Push, push. One of the nice things about using pom-poms or cotton balls, if you have them, to glue those on your bag, they look kind of like puffy clouds, and they are a great way to involve sensory stimulation in a craft if you have a kiddo who needs sensory input. Oh, we've got to get some more glue. Okay, is there anything that we're putting in the bag?
We can put little rocks or jewels or anything in the bag if you want.
So if you've gone on any hikes or little treasure hunts around your yard, then you can get some of those little pebbles or something that's not too heavy to put inside your bag if you want to put any little treasures in there. But probably nothing that soaks up the water too much. Hey, push. 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 Very good. And one more. Okay, let's show where we're at so far. So hold up yours.
Okay.
Rosie, can you hold up yours for a second?
Ella, put the paper behind us so we can see.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, we can see yours, Mom.
Okay.
Right now I have the sun, the clouds, the rain, and the steam, and the body of water. And I put a couple jewels in there, just for fun, I guess.
That looks awesome.
Um,
Makes your water shiny.
At this
Let's
point,
draw
we
some
probably
raindrops.
start putting some water inside. So I'm gonna go fill my bag to where my water ends.
Okay, so Ella's going to fill up her bag with water, and she's going to show us how to tape it up on the window and get that heat coming into the bag so that you can have the water condense. Look at that, Anna. One of the things I've noticed is sometimes when you have you have a super kid who has a difficult time with behaviors or things like that, if you can have a structure during the summer and have different little items of playtime mixed in between, it really helps a ton because they just need to feel engaged and a little distracted from whatever it is that they are seeking. So if you have a child who has a need for sensory input or a child who needs sensory calming, they're going to find that whatever way they can, and it may come out in negative behaviors. So if you can integrate some of these activities, or if you don't have time, which a lot of us don't, what you can do is just kind of make a schedule and draw pictures for your kiddo of what they can do throughout the day. And particularly, if they need that sensory input, let me show you a few ideas of what you can do. So, just 1 second. I'm going to show you some of the sensory input items that Anna uses. One of them is this pin toy. You can get these at Walmart or on Amazon.com. And the crazy thing is, when we have friends come over and visit my other kids, they always go to Anna's sensory toys first. Those are their favorite ones. So a pin toy is really good sensory input on the hands and anywhere on the arms or even the feet. I found these silicone hot pads that are really fun. They can be collapsible. You can take them anywhere. They're really lightweight. So if you need to grab a toy to take on the road, these are an easy one to take. These are expandable spheres that I got on Amazon, and it makes a really fun game. You can toss them to each other, make a game out of it. These are stretchy tubes. I get these at Walmart, Smith's, almost anywhere. So these give you an auditory input as well as a vibration input in your hands. And I can do this with Anna even by doing hand over hand. So I put her hand in one end and stretch with my hand on the other end, and she gets a lot of that vibration input in her hands. You would think, but this one is like her favorite toy. This is a Kabasa, and I found through music therapy at Primary Children's Hospital that this was just one of the best things for her. You can do it to a rhythm, you can model with your kids, you can let them do it. Just be careful to not drop it on toes, you want to make sure that you're safe. But what I do with Anna, because she needs help holding things, is I'll just turn it for her, like this. And she really likes that one. I also have a koosh ball. One of the things that I've noticed is if kids are having a hard time with holding things, I will put a lanyard around her neck and just clip it with a little keychain on the end so she doesn't have her toys roll away from her. There are just all kinds of things that you can find. You can even just do a Google search for sensory toys. These are, I know this looks funny in this bag, but it's the way that we've contained it so it's not really choking size for her. If we put marbles in a bag and just let her roll these around in her fingers or let her feet roll across them, that helps her a lot. But if you need your kiddo to, oh, you want to play with that? Here, you can play with this. If you need your child to have some sensory input throughout the day and they are seeking it on a constant basis, the most important thing that you want to do is make sure that they are having it on a schedule. So these are her toys, but if I want Anna to have sensory input that is going to help regulate her senses, what I do is I have specific times of day, like when she wakes up, right after lunch, right before dinner, right before bed, where I will help her have specific toys or specific sensory input that she doesn't have access to any other time of the day. So let me just give you a couple really quick, easy things that you can do at home that everybody has access to. Number one is brush therapy. You can take your hairbrush, and it's kind of like this pin toy, but just take your hairbrush and just brush it along the sensitive parts of the body. if your child needs that sensory input. And do it for about 5 minutes. Make it into a game, tickle them, you know, laugh and giggle about it, do it on their feet, and just play with it. And make sure that gets put away so that they only have access to that game with you once or twice a day. And the second thing that you can do is the log roll, where you burrito wrap your kiddo in a blanket, and it's a super fun game that only takes 2 to 5 minutes, can even take 30 seconds, but it gives them a lot of deep pressure sensation and helps them be able to process senses so that they're not seeking it out by hitting or biting or climbing or whatever it is that they're doing throughout the day. So you burrito wrap them in a blanket and you roll them back and forth across the floor. And usually when I have done that in the past with either my nieces and nephews who have autism or with Anna when she was a toddler, they giggle nonstop and it's just so much fun, and then they actually don't seek out quite as much sensation during the rest of the day. So those are just a few tips for you. Okay, so Ella is ready with the rest of her science experiment. Do you have tape? Got tape right here? Okay. And I'm sorry for the backlighting of my window, but I had to put a sheet up to block the light. But now we are going to take this down. And Ella is going to show you where you can tape it up either on your door window or on your bedroom window, just somewhere where the sun's going to hit it so that it can warm up inside and create that water cycle. And you can actually watch this happen over, how long do you think it takes, sweetie? Like a couple days?
It doesn't have a certain amount of time, I guess. It's
Probably, yeah, at least enough time where the sun can warm it up. So go ahead and tape it up on the window, and that's where we're going to leave it. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, let's get the rest of ours up there. And can you help Rosie with hers? Okay, let's see Rosie's.
So do I just do it sideways?
yeah, just like that.
Rosie, yours turned out so cute. I like your pom-pom sun. Nice, that's perfect. Okay.
Will it fall down?
No, it won't.
Yeah, time for Anna's.
Oh, remember you
Can you get me one more piece of tape?
Remember you
Mhm. Perfect. Okay. One thing that you can remember is that if you're worried about having things taped up on your window and the stickiness, the first thing I like to remember is it's okay to have a dirty house. And it's okay as long as you're having fun with your kids. But the second thing that you can do, oh, this isn't quite dry. The second thing you can do, if you want to clean this off, just use Goo Gone, something that has a little bit of that orange base to it, and the tape will come right off if you want to get the stickiness off. So thanks for coming to our second day of our online Super Kids Summer Camp. It's been a lot of fun, and we will look forward to having you join us tomorrow. And what do we have going on tomorrow? We've got some really fun outdoor activities that we're going to show you. So we'll be outside, and hope everybody has a great time, and we'll see you then. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks, everybody.